Welcome back, everybody. You're watching the EsportsEarnings Casters Invitational, and we're in the decider match here in Group C with ZombieGrub going up against Funka. For some reason, the Frenchman has to pause real quick.
Probably scared.
He should be, man. ZombieGrub looked pretty good, I thought, in the previous series.
Yeah, she. I felt like she looked a little stronger in general than Funka has so far today. But
yeah.
TvT is a different kind of matchup than TvZ. And I think the final game that we saw Funka was very good. So maybe he's in a good flow now.
Yeah.
Can go straight in from the last game into the next one. Keep that good mindset going.
Maybe it took him some time to warm up. I know he's in the middle of like moving houses or apartments in France. That's also why he was a bit late today. So maybe it took some time to warm up, but now he's all good. They're asking me if they should resume, but I'm not referee, so yeah, I think they'll just go. Let's get going with this. Music started back. We're back at it. This could be our last few games of the day, so can we get some more special intros? Do you have anything banked up left?
Anything banked up left? Like, I'm not a jukebox, man. I have my limits as well.
You're getting paid better than one, that's for damn sure. So you need to come up with something. Not like this. This poor Emil is like part of all lagging memes every single time. Yeah, there we go. Even Naruto is getting on that train.
Okay, so we see the barracks being proxied there by Funka. Second SCV going across the map as well. Gas being taken right now. So I guess going to be Reapers? Must be, right?
Yeah, definitely. The question is with 2 or 3 Raxes.
I think we might see the third one being built by the initial SCV like we saw yesterday or 2 days ago with Maynard.
Yeah. But you can't jump from the back door here on this map because there is like debris there. So you have to go like towards the main ramp. So Funka, I think he's just hoping that ZombieGrub will not scout, which so far hasn't been the case. And then if you catch the first Reaper of your opponent, you didn't mention it earlier, it's the very snowbally build here with Reapers.
Yeah, definitely. Third Rax. Yeah, no. What's the plan here, Funka? He went orbital first, so if he's still getting a third Rax, that third Rax will be a little delayed.
Yeah. What do you think about the invites in this tournament? Because there was a lot of comments like, you know, there should have been Korean casters, Jim Rising should have been invited.
Nah, Jim Rising's not a caster. He's a caster, but I feel like it's been too recent, you know, that's not fair.
How? I think he's been casting for a while, no?
Yeah, but he still played last year WCS. So
yeah,
it's been 6 months. I think.
I mean, Pix tried to qualify recently for
that's
for WCS as well. Like it's hard to pick the exact criteria, right? Where somebody is like more of a caster than a player. It's like the Muslim cast also just now as in Jönköping, but it would be pretty hard to put him as a caster. You know, it'd be like the big favorite to do well.
Yeah, for sure. So far the Reaper build is not really working out. Jumping in for the first time right now. Second Reaper for ZombieGrub coming out as well. I think the first kill... actually, good micro here by Funka. Funka will not lose any of the Reapers and also will not kill anything. But a third Reaper showing up right now. Will it be in time though? I'm not sure. ZombieGrub's Cyclone is out, or practically out. I think this is going to put an end to this rush, no?
Funka sent a lot of SCVs to his ramp. And he made a factory there, and the 2 other ones, what are they going to do? I thought he was going to get a CC. He's floating a lot of minerals. I think he might have a hotkey problem or something like that.
Yeah.
Kappa. Clearly somebody was not prepared.
Yeah, that's for sure. If we take a look at how the game is looking right now, though, we see ZombieGrub with a single Cyclone, 2 Reapers, a third Reaper on the way, Starport on the way as well. And Funka only really has 3 Reapers, factory just starting.
Yeah, this didn't do anything. He killed one SCV so far.
This was absolutely pointless so far for Funka. And I feel like his follow-up isn't that tight either. Floating 700 minerals right now. Not getting a CC yet, not getting any other building. Like, what is his follow-up plan here? I'm very curious, because it's got to be something good. The moment ZombieGrub walks across the map, it's just going to be extremely hard for Funka to stop. Trying to land this barrack to block, and it did block a little bit, but it's not completely blocking.
Actually, so Funka must be panicking right now, because there's not only 3 Reapers to match his, but there is a Cyclone on top of this. He might just die here. How is he supposed to hold? There's no bunker coming up. He's gonna start his own Cyclone, but only now is he gonna start. I guess KDA charge will chase this away, but oh my god, he used all 3 immediately. So now he's not gonna have any more to push ZombieGrub away, and
he's supply blocked as well, so his own Cyclone isn't even building right now. Second Cyclone halfway. Oh no, wait, it's still stuck in the base. Yeah, GG just being called.
Wow, so much for getting a close match.
Yeah,
that was
ZombieGrub absolutely destroying the double Rex Reaper pressure and taking map 1 very convincingly.
ZombieGrub, I feel like she's gonna be the dark horse of this tournament, man. She's gonna win the whole thing.
She might. She's doing well. Even the games against Pick were good, especially game number 2. But in game 1, she also had chances before the Muta harass came in. So, yeah, it's impressive play by ZombieGrub. The only female caster as well playing this tournament, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she has a lot of things to, to keep up. She's the only female. She's the only American left. Is that true?
Let me double check.
Because Jeff is out.
Fear Dragon and Artosis will play later.
Of course, Artosis. I almost counted him as a Korean these days. But yeah, okay. Fear Dragon and Artosis still there. But they're in I guess one of them can make it out of the group with Yogo in the group D.
Yeah? Wait. What? So you count TKL out already?
That's what you said, no? You said no chance for him.
Yeah, well, I say it. I say a lot of things. You don't have to side with me.
I see as fact. Your words are facts to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I have you in very high regard.
I mean, you don't sound sincere at all, but I'll take it. You know, like, why not?
No, I do. Facts. Sometimes my voice sounds a little sarcastic, but I'm actually very sincere. I have a lot of trouble showing emotions, though.
You know, there are some people that I think are very hard to tell whether they're sarcastic or not. Like, sometimes in control, to be honest, he's joking almost all the time, so it's easier to tell. But like, Total Biscuit is like the sickest. I had to cast with him one time at the Red Bull Battlegrounds. Like, every time he says something, I just look at him like, serious or not? Like, and it took me some time to realize that 90% of the time he was sarcastic. But then eventually I got there. But yeah, that British sarcasm / humor is definitely something special.
Yeah, it's something special. I'm not sure if it's the good kind of special or the bad kind of special.
I think it's good, but it takes some
maybe
getting
somewhere
used
in
to.
between.
No, it's good. It's good for sure.
It's good for sure, okay.
Alright, game number 2 here in this decider match. Let's get potentially our last intros of the day.
Yeah, in the top left, spawning as the red Terran player. Up 1-0 right now, it is ZombieGrub. Representing the female gender and the beautiful nation of America.
Careful how you thread there.
Yeah. And in the bottom right, spawning as the blue Terran, it is Funka. Down 1-0, but not out yet. Has a chance. Can come back on this map. It's going for a little bit more of a standard build, just the barracks at home. So that's already a change from the last game.
Yeah, honestly, like Funka, this build, I think it's okay to try it, but just the execution maybe wasn't that good. And after it felt so bad, maybe playing a little bit more passive in the start and just trying to go up to 3 bases and stuff. Because I do think that Funka is one of those guys that, like, he really kicks into gear when he has to start dropping, with the 3rd base and just kind of like play solid. He doesn't have to cheese. I don't know if it's like a lack of practice as of late or like a lack of confidence the way he played in the previous game. But if I was him, I think I'd just be looking to try and play a longer game because I've seen him before and unless he's facing Zerg or Protoss, usually he does quite alright. Actually every tournament that Funka observes, when we're doing the rehearsals, so that we will have a game for him to show us when it comes to us, and you know we have to like fake cast and stuff. He's playing ladder, and we kind of joke around that he loses a lot of these games, but in some of those games, like sometimes, you know, he does do well, and in some TvTs in particular, I think I've seen him do some good stuff. So it's definitely not of the realm of possibility that he might be able to do well there, but he needs to get into one of those longer games, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. He is going for a bit more macro-oriented builds, getting a faster CC at least, or a lot more economically focused than ZombieGrub. ZombieGrub's factory is going to be quite a bit faster, so we might see some kind of Raven or Fast Cloak Banshee coming out of her. She's getting the double Reaper as well. It's very standard when you open 2 gas. Funka doing the same thing with the double Reaper. Most likely going to follow that up with a Hellion and the Starport. ZombieGrub also getting her own Hellion. Tech Lab on the barracks most likely will switch with the Starport for that heavy tech unit, the Raven or the Banshee. One can only assume.
You know, I was just thinking about our movie talk from earlier. It seems like you're one of those guys that doesn't watch many movies? Or do you watch a lot?
I watch a decent amount, I would say, but I don't go whenever there's a new movie. I really don't go to the cinema, so I watch like movies from last year and watch on the plane. I watch a lot of movies on like the shitty little screen.
Okay. Yeah, there are a couple of guys like this. Roddy's the same. He barely watches anything.
Actually, this game isn't looking too good for Funka. He lost the Reaper, he lost his Hellion as well. He does have the Cyclone out right now, but when you're playing this fast expand build, it's very important to not lose anything in a dumb way. And he did kind of lose them in a bit of a silly way, so it's a bit dangerous. There might be some kind of follow-up push with a Raven, which could be difficult to hoard. But go on with the movies. Yeah,
no, like I was wondering, like, what's the best movie you've seen recently then, if you don't watch many movies?
I watched Get Out recently.
Oh yeah, I saw it on the plane as well. I liked it.
I didn't. Yeah, it was a very interesting movie for sure. Normally I'm not. It wasn't really a horror, but it's kind of horror-ish, and it's not my.
It was creepy for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so let's put the movie talk on hold. As 2 Reapers jump into the main base, trying to take down a couple of SCVs. In the meantime, ZombieGrub poking at the front with a Cyclone. How many SCVs did she get?
Ooh, that Reaper! Okay, not enough targets. Funka's feeling the hit, man. Look, even his mineral line is like wrecked. It's like solo on hit points. If there is a follow-up drop later, these guys are gonna die super fast.
Yeah. But I think in general this game is pretty even. So our worker counts relatively even. 3rd CC timing very close as well. The one thing ZombieGrub does have going for herself is that she has a Raven, which might be able to do some damage with the auto turret. We see it flying into the natural Funka right now, throwing down that 1 auto turret, 3-shotting workers, gets 2 immediately, and forces a pull of the SCV. So
there's enough energy for another one actually if she had stayed. I wonder if she will send that back, because that could do some more. ZombieGrub, ever the aggressor here, throwing a lot of units in Funka's face, who's still ahead in walkers, and with the 3rd commentator about to finish. Upgrade wise though, we have 1-1 starting. Okay, Funka scans and sees it. He sees the double eBay up there. And the lack of barracks. He has a single eBay himself, which he's not upgrading yet, so he definitely needs to get on that.
Yeah, I think in general I prefer ZombieGrub's position over Funka's in this game, and she does have the earlier upgrades. Her 3rd CC is a little faster, also a little bit closer to her 3rd base location.
And earlier tank.
Yeah, and an earlier tank, which is also important. And she has 2 Ravens, which will be banking a lot of energy and will be great to have to take the air control with. Funka, on the other hand, does have 3 Vikings already, so it's going to be 2 Ravens and a Viking against 3 Ravens. But in the longer run, the Vikings are going to be more useful, obviously. Being able to throw down PDDs, maybe even a Hunter-Seeker missile on a tank, that would be sick, of course. 2nd Raven making its way across the map right now towards the 3rd base of Funka, waiting for that to land. Might be in for a nasty surprise though, as the 2 Vikings are patrolling there.
Actually, they could be far away, but let's see if... I don't think the Viking will get unlucky. Yeah, no. They see it, and that Raven's gonna be toast.
Yep. Rip. Let's get the auto turret in. We might be able to get 1 SCV, delay these barracks a little bit.
I wonder, by the way, it's kind of random, but That moment when you won a tournament in China and then that host is on stage like telling people like, say it with me, Harstem, Harstem, and like they call you flaming leaves and stuff. Where does that rank on the happiness scale in your life, you know?
That was great. Like it looked a bit awkward. Like I checked it afterwards.
A bit.
From, like the
just
YouTube video. Yeah, it looked a bit. Like I think the microphones on the crowd were very poor, so they were actually joining him.
Oh, they were making noise?
Yeah, they were making
really?
noise. Yeah, it looks like this guy's just screaming by himself, and everyone's dead silent. But it actually was very noisy. So in real life, I didn't even realize it was awkward until I checked it back. I was like, wow, this guy. And he messed up, but I might have just been wrong because I was so happy that I won, so I can't really remember it properly. But
where does flaming lips come from? Who said that?
That was just the way the Chinese fans called me. Like I knew it in Chinese, like it's like 5 or 6 words, like flaming burning lips or something.
But somebody told you that on the Chinese forums they were calling you that, or
the host told me, and. He would they would say it before my match, like he would say the first 4 words, and then the crowd would finish the final word, and they all start clapping. It was crazy, times.
I wonder what Jaedong's nickname would be.
The Killer, maybe. I don't know.
No, but the Chinese version.
Yeah, I don't
remember
speak Chinese.
his Western name is the Dong. There was a joke in there. Never mind.
You speak some Chinese, right?
A little bit, very little. Just basics.
That might be an important word someday, though.
I doubt it. I don't even know how to say like the bad words. But
all right.
I don't think I'm gonna be calling Jaedong Flaming Dong anytime soon. So we're good with this.
Don't think so either. We see ZombieGrub moving across the map. Her 1-1 upgrades already done. 2-2 on the way. Her combat shield is a little bit delayed, so it's going to be rough to fight any kind of tank army. As well as there's 2 sensor towers already for Funka, and he has a good amount of Vikings just patrolling everywhere, a crazy amount of Vikings patrolling everywhere actually. So he has a good sense of what's happening on the map. Yeah,
I'm always surprised when I see some Terrans sometimes have a lack of sensor towers, but it feels like as of late, it's really become one of the things that everybody does super well. And Funka actually, we see on his natural, is getting a lot of turrets to cover that area from a drop. And at the whole, like at the in the corner of the map, at the bottom, if ZombieGrub was to fly through there, then Funka would have vision thanks to the sensor towers. So then he could take position in the main base and defend.
Right.
I got there eventually.
Yeah, took some time, but we're there. We see 2 medevacs filled with Marines heading across the map. One might just be joining up with the main army. The other one most likely going to go down, trying to get a drop going in the main base, I feel like. I don't think ZombieGrub can drop into the natural. She is posturing up to do something, though. She has the map control. She has very good map vision as well. If you take a look at her map vision, actually, I say that. There's only 2 Marines at the bottom. Actually, it's not that great at all. Decent map vision. A little bit of a skirmish going on in the middle of the map right now, though. All the tanks sieging up, and this fight seems to be going relatively even. Funka is dropping in supply, loses most of his tanks.
Yeah, he should have landed the Vikings. He might have been able to do a lot better there.
Yeah, I think he can still land the Vikings, or he could have still landed the Vikings. Try to get a couple of these tanks, because there's no support for them at all. Now there's about
oh, the PDD! That was so sick in the natural. ZombieGrub going for the drop, trying to prevent some of the shots here from this turret. Marines are gonna kill a lot of SCVs in the meantime here. ZombieGrub is gonna push her forward on the other side. She gets rid of the tanks of Funka that were naked and by themselves here. The Vikings still flying over this area, doing absolutely nothing here for Funka.
Yeah, and now ZombieGrub is in a great position to start sieging up this 3rd base, gets down the 4th command center as well. So no 4th base for Funka anytime soon, but he has bigger worries right now. His 3rd base is under fire by those tanks. Only 1 tank siege up, the other 3 are not sieged at all, so Funka might be able to just clean this up. No, he won't actually. ZombieGrub with 3 tanks and 4 Marines survives the final push, and GG being called. Funka loses game number 2 as well, which means ZombieGrub will advance to the playoffs in 2nd place together with Pig.
Congratulations to ZG. Good old ZombieGrub putting it on these guys and just smashing through pretty much everybody there. Except Pig. And that's a 2-0 as well, so nicely done. She goes to the round of 8 where she will face either myself or Imre or the first place finisher from Group D, which is going to be played on next weekend on the Friday. And then on the next Saturday we'll have the quarterfinals played out, all 4 of them. It's going to be best of 5. And then next Sunday, that's when the semi-finals and finals are going to be. Semis are going to be best of 5 and the finals best of 7. So I'm just going to update the bracket real quick so I can put in image what we just saw. There it is. So yeah, congratulations to Pig and ZombieGrub once again for advancing on to the round of 8. I'm just going to go over our sponsors really quick, and then I'll wave you guys goodbye until next Friday. So I want to give a huge shout out to Matcherino and EsportsEarnings. I'm going to be introducing you guys to both of these websites in a second. There we are. So this is Matcherino. This is the page that we've got set up for the tournaments, where there is crowdfunding. Our 2 sponsors put quite a bit of money towards the tournaments. They also help pay for Harstem's participation as a commentator. I'm sure you will approve. And we've got t-shirt sales going on the website as well. If you want the link, it's in the stream title currently on Twitch, so you can just copy paste that into your web browser. So we've got t-shirts of Coca, Pig, Rotty, Waldy, Maynard, ZombieGrub, myself and Fear Dragon. And I believe that we've got more on the way with Rifkin and Artosis. So hopefully those are going to be posted here really soon. And the sales will end when the tournament finishes. And the other website is the other sponsor. It's EsportsEarnings. Whose profile should we look today? Yesterday we kind of roasted you.
Who would be fun? Let's take a look at Huck.
Come on, man. Why are you gonna do him like this?
Well, he's old school, no? I'm pretty sure he has a nice profile.
Alright, so first, yeah, I want to present the website to you guys. It's basically a database of all the prize money earned in tournaments. And you have a lot of filters that you can go through if you want to check who won what, in what year, on what game. So let's look by games first. So StarCraft is in 4th position. You can see like the highest earners. Snoot highest earning foreigner, then Nurture and Stefano. And all these Korean players that made a ton of money as well. We're gonna take Huck as an example and see how much money is earned. Man, there are a lot. That found a lot of stuff to type Huck in this. I don't know if that's normal, but there is Chris Loranger.
Wow.
How much has he made? $146,000 and 600 from StarCraft 2, $3,000 from Overwatch. Yeah, it's actually well spread out for him. He made most of his money in 2011, but other than that, the next few years were decently solid. It's like 15, 17, 19, 20, and 17k. Like he was competitive over a very long period of time.
Yeah,
which is very rare for like top players to do well for this long. So yeah, just introducing the website to you guys. Like lots of database. Man, Hazuops has made 170k.
Really?
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
4-time CPS champ.
I have one more question. Actually, could we maybe take a look at the graphic showing the earnings for the casters? If that has changed yet.
Oh, I don't think it would have. We can check. Who should we check? Emil? Yeah, the tournament's not over yet. I'll make sure that tournament... Actually, no. Yeah, it will be added for sure, right? I mean, this is the sponsor and the casters are playing in it. Like, we're not casting. Like, for you, the money that you make from this casting won't be added because it's not money competing. You're casting. For casters playing, I think it will be added. Actually, let's look at this one French guy's profile. You know, his name is Todd. I wonder if I could... I would love to break 180k. I'm at 179. So for that, I would have to make the finals, I think. No less than the finals.
No less than the finals. And you'll be there, 180.
I'm not sure if top 4 is enough. I'm gonna double check real quick. Give me a sec. Man, I really wanna break 180k. You know, I like round numbers. Yeah, third and fourth place is around. It's less than 400 right now. Maybe if the prize pool builds more, but it would have to be over 600. Yeah, I don't think I'll make it if I get top 4. So I need to get the finals. That's my objective. Good to know. Thanks, Harstem. Just motivated me, you know, like off to ladder right now. Thanks to you for joining me. Do you have any last few words?
Thanks for having me. And guys, be sure to tune in on the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th for the final 3 days of the tournament. The 7th of July will be Group D with TKL, Fair Dragon, Yogo, and Artosis. And the 8th and the 9th, all the quarterfinals on the 8th, and then the semis and the finals on the 9th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So be sure to tune in there, as I'll be part of that as well. And hope you all enjoyed it, and see you on the 7th.
Yeah, thanks to you guys for tuning in. Thanks to you for joining me and casting this. And see you guys next Friday, 6 p.m. Central European summertime. Have a good... I was going to say have a good weekend, but it's almost over. Have a good Sunday evening and then a good week of work before joining us again. Peace.